Going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the vlog. It is Mother's Day, so we're gonna do. It's not gonna spend the entire day working on the car, but there is something that I have to explain. I don't know if you guys will be able to see this on screen. I have a piece of vinyl right here. Post a picture on the screen. I had an uh-oh. I was moving a grill. I was moving it from the backyard to the front yard so we could recycle it. And I didn't realize that the wheel got stuck on the driveway and actually popped out of the grill, and when I let go of the grill, it did this. So I have to replace my taillight. I got the new taillight. I ordered that this week. This all happened this week, and then I was able to get a new one within the same week. I ordered this through Spark Parts. Very, very quick. For a new taillight, brand new. It's not used. A new taillight. I honestly, I paid like $270. It was on sale. I paid like $270 for this, and it's a brand new taillight. If I was to buy used, it probably would have been just a little bit cheaper, but then it probably would, it's somebody else's headache that they're trying to get rid of. But yeah, taillight. Got a new taillight. I got the stuff to go on the back of the taillight, and also because it pulled down the bumper a little bit, I got a new clip for this side. This way, hopefully the clip will fix the gap. I got the new clip. First off, I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm just going to guess because there's 4 different places right here that I'm going to have to disconnect 4 different bolts and obviously pop out all the bulbs. I'm hoping I can do it with just popping the bumper off a little bit because of all the wiring. If I can't, I'm just going to have to disconnect all the wiring. So let me go grab some tools and then we'll get started. Oops. Alright, just a small little update. To remove the rear clip for the rear bumper, it's 2 screws, one here and one here. So if it's on the car, on the left side, it's one here, one back here. And there's this one little clip right here in the middle. That was a pain to get out. I use a tool to break it out. Probably not a bad thing to just have with you. Otherwise, probably would be a pain. More of a pain than it already was. So that piece is done. That piece doesn't look too broken, but if I have it off the car, I might as well put a new one in. So I'm going to do that. It looks like I might be able to get everything off with just pulling the bumper slightly out. Obviously not trying to stretch the bumper too much, because obviously I want it to flow back in. I only took the 2 top screws out of here. I probably could realistically release the entire piece. I just have to make sure what I do with this side is I had to loosen the wire, or the harness that goes in for the turn pieces, the bumper reflectors. But yeah, almost done. Now I gotta release. Make sure you disconnect all the light bulbs, obviously, and then now I gotta take out 3 bolts for that, and it should realistically just come out. I don't know what else would be holding it on, so wish me luck. I will talk to you guys once I get that out. Alright, so realistically that wasn't too hard to do. Sure enough, it was just the 3 nuts here, 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 and here, and you just pull it out. They did, however, run a wire behind this, so you have to make sure you pull it out slowly, otherwise you're going to pull the wire out completely. For some reason, it's extremely dirty up here. I would assume that this is in here to prevent moisture from getting in from outside of the car because of how the bumper rolls down. It's all dirty throughout here, so I guess this is just the runoff. Other than that, came out. You can kind of see through the plastic. Let's see if I can get this to focus. You can kind of see through the plastic right here where it broke off. Sucks. Oh well. Got another one. Time to put it back in. So as you guys can see, I was able to replace it. I didn't have to take off the entire bumper, just enough where I can get into the screws. I thought the clip right here below the headlight, the tail light, was part of it. It's not. You can leave it in. You don't have to unscrew it. Those 2 screws. It looks like my bumper was sagging before this. It probably didn't help that I dropped the grill on it. So there is a little bit of a gap here and on the other side. And I don't know if you guys can tell, but I started taking off the emblem. We're gonna go black emblems. I have the paint to do it. I didn't realize this was stuck on there with tape. My understanding is the front isn't stuck on there like that. I'm also going to be removing the emblem, not the emblem, the TC badge. Uh, just to clean up the end. It also builds up a lot of dirt around there. It's not the easiest thing to clean. Just to clean up the end entirely. Also, when we wrap the car, that's obviously going to have to come off then. So I might as well remove it now, and that's what we're going to do. So we're going to paint these, remove the TC emblem completely, and put them back on. We're just going to go black. I have the black that I'm going to use for that, but once I go to paint this, I'll talk to you guys and bring you guys along with that process. It's a slight thing we're going to do to it, just to make sure it gets on there nice and even. So, gotta remove that. We're going to bring out the heat gun and go from there. The front was actually super easy. I just took a towel just to have something to push against this underneath, and I was able to pop right out. It looks like the clips are just at the top, and there's two small ones at the bottom. Makes it nice and easy. Looks like there is tape, so if it is fighting you, you're at the tape, you're not at the bottom where you realistically should be pulling from. It does look like there is two clips at the top. I don't know if that's something that's in the bumper. I should go check it out. But there is a nice gap for you to get underneath it on the back. So that was easy. Front was a little bit pain. Gotta grab fishing line and the heat gun, and we're actually gonna turn the car around. The car is horrendously dirty, but we're gonna turn the car around and wipe off the back and see what happens. Talk to you guys in a little bit. All right, everybody. So here's what we're gonna do. Bring you guys in nice and close. So right here is the TC logo. I cleaned up around it, so I don't want to drag the dirt around. Obviously, as you guys can see up here too, we're going to have to mess with all this stuff. So to get this off, what we're going to do is, I have the heat gun. If we need to use it, we'll use it. But there was this recommendation on 3M's general purpose adhesive remover. Basically, my understanding is just basically spray it around it. It'll kind of soak into the tackiness to it, and then we'll be able to use fishing line to back it up off of the emblem. Actually didn't even bring out scissors, so we're just gonna take what we need and place the rest in the ground. I don't fish, so I don't have fishing line just laying around like this. Am I supposed to open this? How does this even work? Because if I pull up to the top, is this how it's supposed to work? I don't think this is how it's supposed to work, but we'll, for the sake of the video, do it this way. And then we'll pop this back down into, pull out one more, I guess. And there you go. So now we got fishing line. Probably have too much, but whatever. Like I said, I don't fish, so I don't have to worry about it. But yeah, so basically we're going to spray the adhesive on there, and then we're going to try to get this fishing line behind the emblem, so we can kind of pull back. You just kind of have to shimmy it through, and then eventually it'll start coming off. Hopefully it'll come off in one piece and I don't have to break it. We'll see what happens, but talk to you guys in a little bit. If I could turn off the camera with the V sitting right there, that'd be great. I would say it's definitely recommend using gloves when you're messing with the fishing wire, trying to pull it off. That came off relatively easy. Unfortunately, it took off all of the tape just from the emblem, so we're going to be here for a little bit trying to remove all the stickiness off of the rear bumper right here and also right there. But that's my understanding what this is going to come in handy for. So let me put this back, start scrubbing it down. You also want to make sure this doesn't dry on your car. So I have the waterless wash once I'm done here. Some of it's already breaking off, so that's the good news. So just a little bit more playing with it, and I guess we'll be able to break it up. So yeah. So as you guys can see, it's all gone. There's probably a little bit remnants left of the TC emblem itself, simply because, well, one, it's been on the car for so long. The TC emblem, I should say. The TC emblem's been on for so long I don't think there's ever going to be a time where you're not going to see a slight resemblance of the car, just because, like I said, this hasn't been touched by sunlight in years. So, well, the entirety of its life, I should say. So it hasn't been touched the entirety of its life. So you're going to still, you have to really, really hunt for it. It's not adhesive. It's just the difference in the color of the paint. So that's done. Time to do the emblem. This one might take a little bit longer. It's a little bit. There's a little bit more here. But that wasn't too bad. All right, so I got the rear emblem nice and clean back here. This stuff actually really works. I think it's actually coming off and touching the label that on the can itself. So yeah, it works really, really good. I might just hit it one more time just to make sure it's nice and clean. And then what I'm gonna do, I have plans on doing it to the front emblem. I'm going to put this carbon fiber wrap, let's see if I can get this to focus on it. I'm putting this carbon fiber wrap behind the emblem. It's not a gloss, it's more of a matte, not so shiny, but it does have some type of a texture to it, so I think it'll look pretty good. And worst comes to worst, the emblem and the stickiness will actually be on the vinyl, and I can just peel it off, put down new vinyl, and worry less later on. Emblems aren't staying gray, they're going black, so that's what we're going to do. So because I'm out here and I have time, I'm not really going to have time to do the emblems right now. We're going to have to do them later today or tomorrow. I'm going to put this down and see what it looks like. Hopefully I can get this nice. Trying to decide whether or not I want to do this edge right here. Might look good with the edge. I'm going to use knifeless tape, so if anything I'm going to do it around the edge. Leave enough knifeless tape and just pull around. So yeah, let's get this off and go from there. I have to figure out how I'm going to get this off here without destroying the carbon or the fake weave that's on this. So yeah, I'm going to figure out the game plan and then we'll go from there. So as you guys can see, I was able to get the wrap on there itself. Is it perfect? Absolutely not. I am not a magician. That now I know in the future when I do have to rewrap this when I'm wrapping the car, this is going to take some time to do. Or I guess other areas like that is going to take a little bit more time to do. But yeah, I mean, I'll take it. Definitely could be better. With the front, it'll be a little bit easier because I'm working off of the plaque knotted indentation on the rear bumper. What I could do realistically is I could fill that in to pop it out. Realistically, in the future, I could fill that in with Bondo or something, and then we can paint over it. Or when we go to wrap it, this way the emblem sits on it. I don't know. We'll see what we do with that. I might actually be able to get that in carbon fiber, which might bring carbon fiber to the rear, which would be pretty good with all the carbon fiber bits we're doing at the front. I have I do not expect to redo my trunk in carbon fiber. I think it'll always be the OEM. So that's gonna be it for today. Tomorrow we're gonna work on the emblems. Tomorrow's supposed to be raining outside, so we're gonna do it a little bit inside. We're gonna make a little paint booth, a little fake paint booth, and we're gonna prep the emblems for paint and paint them. I want to go black emblems. I would do a black emblem on the for the TC logo, but I think realistically to put that back on, it's just not worth it because I'm gonna take it off in the future. I'll probably keep the emblem just to have it. If not, it's really easy to buy a new one, and I can always just paint the emblem. I can actually use the emblem as the TC badge itself as a thing. I should probably clean that up. But it doesn't really matter. My entire car is absolutely horrendous. We'll work on that this week once it's not this outside. But yeah. Like I said, that's going to be it for today. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow when we're working on the badges. Talk to you guys later. What's going on, guys? So it's actually the next day. Got my coffee. I got this stuff down here. I was able to pull off the emblems from the piece that goes onto the front bumper. I have to clean this up. I'm hoping that it's just chemicals that are. It's kind of. It looks like the might be something that's eating away at this. We're gonna try, I guess, sand it down a little bit and see if we can get this nice and smooth. We are going to wrap this with the carbon fiber wrap. So we'll do that in a little bit. The main priority for being downstairs right now is to prep the emblems for paint. I believe that they are the same emblem. I believe they are the same size emblem, so I think we're good to go as long as you. There's only one way to put them in, so you should be good to go with either one. They are plastic. Yeah, definitely plastic. You're going to want to take off as much tape as possible off the back. You can do it after you paint as well. So what I got in this bag right here, we got the wire so we can hang up the pieces when we go to paint them. This little tack cloth so once we're done sanding, we can clean it up. They say to add a little bit of water to it, so that's what I'm going to do. The rest of that stuff is not important. And I got 180 and then 220. I'm not really sure which one is which one is better, which one's going to be better for this application. I know you don't need to go too crazy on scratching the surface. It's more just to get something for it to stick to. That's why I think the 220 might be a little bit better for this. We'll see what happens, I guess. So I'm just gonna pop open this 120 and we'll test one and we'll see what happens. Obviously I don't want to give it too much of a texture. I don't think I'm gonna be able to get it to a smooth surface with this once I do paint it. I might leave it rough. It might be nice looking rough. I'll show you guys the paint I have in a little bit. But yeah, so we're gonna scuff this up and see what happens. I will show you guys in a little bit just to give you an idea. You can kind of see that. So we're gonna do the 220 on this and then see what happens. Talk to you guys in a little bit. Coat. So as what you guys can tell, it's in there now. It's on the back. I won't have any issues, and I will show you guys what I'm using today. It's just trim and bumper paint, nothing too crazy. We're gonna test this out, and if it works, it looks really nice. We're gonna try it on the rear bumper to fix the rear bumper color issue I have. So wish me luck. Alright, so clearly I have no idea what I'm doing, but I did a coat, and then I realized I did a coat, it fell down, realized I completely messed it up, had to wipe it all down, completely take it all off, and now I already did it. The silver's still showing through, but I definitely know I'm going to need a couple coats. This stuff is expensive. I'm not sure if it's coming out and laying down right. I'm going to look up instructions, I guess, on how to use this properly, but so far it's really glossy. Hopefully it'll dry not as glossy, but like I said, you can still see some of the silver right in there. First layer, and then we'll go back over it a couple more times to get the rest of it. It comes out very, I don't know what exactly I'm trying to say. Not even close. So yeah, we'll let that dry and see what happens. So guys, obviously this is still a silver emblem. I'm just putting it out there just to see what it looks like with the silver. It actually looks pretty good. It kind of looks factory. Obviously it's not. I mean, it looks decent for a first try. Definitely want to see what it looks like with the black emblem. Someone said, I was actually talking to my friend, and she was saying that it might get lost, but I like it, and if I really want to, I could always fill in the Scion logo itself with a white or a gray, like a really dark gray or something, just to kind of make it pop a little bit more. But realistically, that's actually really nice with just the silver on it. This actually kind of makes me think if I don't want to do the what I did with the rear instead of doing it, because in the rear it goes outside of the emblem. It might be better off to just kind of bring it into just the emblem size on the car. But other than that, it looks really, really good in just this lighting. I'm going to take it outside. I would put the black on here just to see what it looks like. But it's still wet, so I can't really touch it right now. But that looks really good. We'll see what happens. Talk to you guys in a little bit. Alright, guys. Came out really, really well. I had to mess with the tape to try to get something on there and look presentable. So I'm going to peel this off and I'm going to put them on the car. To give you an idea, don't mind how dirty the car is. That's how the rear looks. I might take this off in the future. I don't know, the only good thing is I won't have to really fight with it. It's because this is the vinyl. This is the vinyl, so I shouldn't really have to fight with it to peel it off the car. We'll see what happens. But yeah, so that's the front, the rear, and then this is what the front looks like. With just the carbon on there. It looks really nice. It's definitely pollen. We're dealing with a lot of crazy wind and weather and pollen. So all this is kind of stuck and icky and polleny. So I'm gonna peel the tape off, put them on the car, see how they look. Looking at the rear, I'm already regretting doing the rear, but we'll see what I end up doing in the future. But yeah, let me do that. I'll touch base with you guys in a couple minutes. So as you guys can see, looks really, really clean. The black on black definitely makes it a little bit harder to see it, but the emblem's still there. The camera definitely doesn't pick it up as well as I do in person. At least I don't know if the screen is picking it up properly. I don't know. But yeah, looks really good. And up in the front, we have the front done nice and clean as well. Looks really, really good. For just a rattle can job, it's not terrible. The paint's still a little bit tacky. I did have to put another coat on it this morning. Hopefully, I won't have to take it off. If I do, well, we'll see what happens. But, there you go. Now you guys can really see. It looks pretty good. For a rattle can job, it looks pretty decent. But yeah. Looks really clean. Alright guys, so that was it for today's video. I had to get a new taillight. We did the emblems, and the emblems is really just a start to realistically what I have to do in the future. I have to repaint the diffuser. It's all messed up. The silver is coming through from underneath the black. I think the only thing I could think of is because the car was repainted, because I had to get a new bumper years ago. That whatever paint they used, it just wasn't that good, and I think the black was an afterthought. So, yeah, we'll fix that. The paint that I used was really more of a test to see how it would look. I definitely think doing that will clean up the rear diffuser. Just gotta find a nice day where it isn't crazy windy out and it's not like cold outside. So, yeah, guys, I'm gonna call it quits here. I actually have to do a couple errands today for the Skyline. You guys will be seeing that video very soon. Expect that in the next couple of weeks. We're gonna be doing all of the coolant lines. Not all of the coolant lines. We're going to do the coolant lines, radiator, reservoir, thermostat, everything. So that's coming up very, very soon. Flush everything and then go from there. So stay tuned for that video, guys, and talk to you guys in the next one. Later.